In the aftermath of his girlfriend's departure, Hardin struggled with inspiration, finding it difficult to focus on his work. A turning point occurred when Hardin's mother revealed information about Natalie, a girl he had encountered 5 years ago, starting a new life in Lisbon. This revelation served as a catalyst for Hardin to seek a fresh start, leading him to venture to Lisbon with the hope of finding direction and restoring his life. In Lisbon, he discovered that Natalie had harbored feelings for him, which she expressed when he made a romantic advance towards her. The scene shifted to past. In their initial encounter, Hardin was accompanied by his friends James and Landon. During this meeting, James presented a challenge, offering to return a valuable watch that Hardin had given him. After that, lost in a card game they played just before Natalie arrived. Hardin accepted the challenge, leading to an intimate encounter with Natalie, which he recorded on his phone. Hardin initially intended to use the video to prove his victory to James, but things took a terrible turn when James shared the video with others, leading to its online dissemination. This devastating development completely upended Natalie's life, and she never expected Hardin to betray her trust in such a manner. The aftermath was catastrophic for Natalie, prompting her to leave town in search of a place where she could escape the notoriety. Additionally, her scholarship was revoked, leaving her without the means to attend college. At the time, Hardin may have felt some remorse, but he didn't fully comprehend the severity of his actions. It was only after Tessa's departure that he recognized the magnitude of his mistake and the importance of seeking forgiveness from Natalie. Prepared to face the consequences of his actions, fully aware that he deserved the criticism and backlash from Natalie for what he had done. In a heartwarming gesture, she invited Hardin to spend time with her friends Madeline and Freya, even revealing to them that he had been her first crush. Hardin was deeply moved and overwhelmed by this revelation, questioning how he had earned the affection of such an exceptional person. However, not everyone in Natalie's circle welcomed him warmly. One of her friends, Sebastian, harbored a strong dislike for Hardin and made no effort to conceal it. Having been confided in by Natalie about her past experience, Sebastian recognized Hardin as the person responsible for what had transpired. During a day at the beach, Sebastian lost his temper and engaged in a physical altercation with Hardin. The altercation resulted in serious injuries to Hardin, leading to his arrest by the police for causing a disturbance in a public place. The situation escalated to the point where Christian had to travel to Lisbon to secure his son's release. Conversations with his father proved to be a turning point for Hardin, motivating him to reclaim his life. He realized that he could no longer squander his life and needed to focus on writing his second book, not to prove anything to others, but because he was a talented storyteller, and writing brought him immense joy. After meeting Natalie and after everything, Hardin found inspiration for his second book centered around her story. However, before proceeding with its publication, he sought Natalie's permission. She read the book and genuinely enjoyed it, giving Hardin her blessing to publish it. Natalie had previously taken Hardin sailing and showed him a house perched on a cliff, a place she aspired to own one day, believing it would bring her constant happiness. Hardin's ultimate desire was to make Natalie happy, to be the reason for someone's joy for once. Without revealing his intentions to Natalie, he acquired that very house and arranged for the keys to be sent to her after he departed from Lisbon. Natalie had forgiven Hardin long ago, understanding that life was too short to hold on to grudges. Her remarkable forgiveness deeply touched Hardin and motivated him to rebuild his life, striving to become a better person. Moving forward, Landon and Nora were preparing to tie the knot, and Hardin decided to attend their wedding, aware that Tessa would also be present, marking their reunion. After 2 years, Hardin couldn't contain his emotions and confessed to Tessa how regretful he was for sharing their story with the world without her consent. Tessa, tired of pretending to be strong, yearned to be with her soulmate. Following a heartfelt speech that Hardin delivered for Landon and Nora, he sought out Tessa in one of the rooms, leading to a beautiful and romantic moment between them. Hardin proposed to Tessa, and she readily accepted, as she couldn't envision a future with anyone else. In the conclusion of After Everything, we witness that several years later, Hardin and Tessa have tied the knot, welcoming a beautiful daughter into their lives. Tessa is also expecting their second child.